Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 12, Episode 1. The ladies of New Jersey are back, and I'm here for it. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So the show starts out with us catching up with Teresa and the girls, and they were talking about how Teresa and Louie have bought a house together, and they're all going to be moving in together with one of Louie's sons. And the girls were saying how different it's going to be living with men. It's been several years, I think she said 6 years, since they lived with their father, and now, Louie is moving in. Gia, who is 21 now, but 20 at the time of filming, she has always been level-headed and mature, if you ask me. And she told her mom that she thinks that her and Louie haven't been together that long. It's a very short time for them to be moving in together, making a purchase of a home. And I believe I heard somewhere that the home was $3.5 million, something like that. That's a major purchase to make with someone that you have only known less than a year. She tells Gia, well, it's almost a year. And Gia says what everybody else would think. You don't really truly know a person in 1 year. People evolve, people change. I truly believe that the first 8 months to a year when you start dating somebody, that you are truly meeting their representative. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. The girls did talk a little bit about how upset they are with their Uncle Joe. They still are not happy about the comments that he has made about their father. And it's understandable because it's their father. But in my opinion, I think that Joe Gorga and Joe Giudice, they both talk about each other a lot. And it's always BS. They're always talking down about each other. I think that Joe Gorga has the right to feel the way he feels about Joe Giudice. However, I think that he might want to calm down a little bit when it comes to saying it and knowing that it's going to get back to his nieces. They have clearly let you know that you and their father are two of the most important men in their lives, and they really do not like seeing the both of you go at each other this way. So, for the family's sake, I would say, Joe, just save all of your bad talk about their father for Melissa in private. Then we check in with Dolores, who is still looking absolutely gorgeous. And she's doing this remodeling renovation thing on her house again. And it's just, again, I'm sick of it. Every season, Dolores is knocking something down, tearing something up, putting something back, moving something in. Girl, I have had it. I did notice that she was not driving the Porsche that David bought her when she pulled up to the house. That is not done. Turns out that Frank is busy now. Frank has got him a big bosom girlfriend that lives down in Texas, and he's all about this woman. Supposedly, Dolores says that she's younger. I'm happy to see Frank happy. Dolores is still messing around with David. Of course, we know current day, her and David has broken up, and she started dating some other guy, but I think I heard allegedly that she's broken up with this other guy as well. Anyway, the kids are back home. She wanted them to come home to a comfortable home. They don't even have doorknobs. They can't close the door when they go to the bathroom. I mean, Frank is doing too much. Frank says that he'll get it all fixed. Personally, I'll believe it when I see it. He started the renovation 9 months earlier, and they don't have doorknobs, Frank. I mean, seriously. Anyway, Dolores is Dolores. I love Dolores, but I really do need Dolores to get a storyline. Her storyline cannot be Teresa. It cannot be tearing up and tearing down your house every season. You gotta bring
This
something.
whole thing with the video with Louie, she's gonna romanticize that.
No one could romanticize that.
I mean, this video, he's apologizing for something to another woman he was involved with. He obviously did something wrong.
Now, honey, listen, everybody is concerned about this video. I didn't know anything about this video. I said, what video? How did I miss it? I usually keep my ear to the streets, and I still missed this video. Now listen, Marge was doing too much when she was explaining what this video was about. I have went out and checked out the video, and You know, it's a little odd, it's a little different, but it's just Louie and a whole group of men. They are without shirts, but they have on shorts, it looks like. They're on a beach. It's some sort of men's retreat where they focus on themselves and they focus on repenting for things that they have done that has been wrong. And it's a private video that Louie did out on the beach, apologizing to his either ex-wife or ex-girlfriend about the things that he's done in the past and how he's going to do better. You know, he looks like he is physically exhausted. It's a lot going on, and I really don't understand this type of therapy, but who am I to judge? I mean, if it works for people, do it, you know. Jackie comes over to see Marge, and you know what? Can somebody tell me what is going on with Marge's decorations? What is happening at her house? Her decorations, I don't understand them. I did think it was cute that she got a little matching couch for that dog of hers. Her dog is so beautiful. I love that dog. Anyway, the first thing Jackie wants to talk about is the video. Oh, the rumors about this video. Do you think anybody will play this video? Oh my gosh, you know, in the past, it's been alleged that he's a playboy, that he was extremely abusive. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff that has been out online about Louie. And, you know, Jackie says, well, somebody should talk to Teresa about it, but it can't be me because Teresa and I have just made up, which is understandable because Jackie could not handle Teresa, period. So, you know, girl, stay out of this woman's business. Personally, my opinion about Louie is I think Louie's an opportunist. I really do. I don't know what it is. It's something about Louie that just comes off odd to me. Deep down, I want Teresa to be happy. I want Louie to be her soulmate the way she claims he is. I want her and those girls to be extremely happy. So I am wishing the absolute best, and I absolutely hope I am 100% wrong about Louie. Then they talk about Jen, and the problem I had with this episode was they kept doing those montages of Jen being rude and disrespectful to Marge. But they didn't show all the times that Marge is rude and disrespectful to Jen. And I said, what is Bravo trying to do? They are trying to paint Jen as the bad guy because Marge gives as good as she gets. When she comes for Jen, Jen handles her. Jen levels Marge. She cannot deal with Jen. Jen is too quick-witted, and Marge can't stand that. Marge has been absolutely horrible to Jen, just like Jen has been horrible to Marge. So it really kills me that they try to act as if it's all one-sided and Jen is the bad person. Then, honey, listen, we are introduced to this new lady, Tracy, who is married to somebody named Tiki, or Tiki, that's his name. He is a football player or something. You know, I don't do the sports. I'm not into the sports. But I don't know. I think that I heard somewhere that allegedly she was not picked up as a full-time housewife, that she is, you know, just a friend of. So I Googled a little because I wanted to know a little more about this Tracy. And I found some articles. Some of the articles says that she is a giant home wrecker, that she had an affair with this Tiki. People wasn't really feeling her. What I've heard is he left his wife in 2010 after an 11-year marriage to be with Tracy, who was 23 at the time. And at the time that he actually left his wife for Tracy, his wife was 8 months pregnant with twin girls. Now on the show, she said his wife was 8 weeks pregnant, and she tried to sugarcoat it to make it seem as if they were not having an affair, but that's not what the streets are saying. Now all of this is alleged because I don't know these people, but I'm just saying, I think it's kind of sad that you would leave your wife of 11 years, mother of 4, to be with a 23-year-old girl that you met from work. We find out that Melissa and Joe are living in a rental house while they're having their new house built. It turns out that Teresa's new house is in the same neighborhood as Melissa and Joe's old house, and now they are building a house in some place called Franklin Lakes. I think that's
There is a lot of rumors about him. He told me about that camp when I first met him. he told me, listen, I want to take you to this camp. But when the video came out, I watched it. I'm like, I'm just not, I'm really not into that kind of camp.
I think that Joe has the right to say whatever he wants to say. He's able to feel however he wants to feel, but I don't think that they should judge Louie too hard. He was at a men's retreat. They were trying to give him counsel into moving forward in his relationship, with his wife or girlfriend or whoever. And, he just followed the protocol. It's a private video that somehow got leaked. Give the man a chance. So then we move over to Jen, who is married to a plastic surgeon. But however, when she went down to Turkey to visit her brother for her nephew's christening, while she was there, she decided to get a nose job and a chin implant. Honey, listen, if I had a husband who was a plastic surgeon and he was actually good, I would have had him do all my work. But anyway, she said the reason that she found this doctor in Turkey from Instagram and had him do her work was because the last time that her husband did her plastic surgery, he told her that he was not going to have her as a patient again because she was a horrible patient. Now, she posted on Instagram a few hours before the show aired that she had had her plastic surgery 4 weeks from the date that they started filming, and that she, didn't look her very best because she still had swelling. She also mentioned that after the swelling and everything went down, she had her chin redone because she didn't like what her chin looked like. However, she does love her nose. Personally, when Jen showed up to Teresa's party, I thought she was still beautiful. I thought that she was beautiful before and after. That's just my opinion. I think that Jenny is a beautiful girl. The best thing I found out this episode was that her and her mom made up when they were in Turkey. And that is great because I never like to see parents separated from their children. So I was really happy to see that they have made up. Now she's still over in Turkey. Her husband Bill says, well, I wonder how it's going to be when she gets back. Hopefully she'll still be open and ready to have a relationship with Jen and the whole family, even if it's just a hi and bye to the father. Still try to be there for the family. So we do find out that Jen is upset because after the reunion, she believed that everything was good, that all the ladies had decided to start over with a clean slate. But then Melissa goes out on Instagram and posts this long post, and she dissed Jen in this post. Jen was really pissed off by it because Jackie and Marge jumped on the post, loving it, liking it, and making comments. So she decided to go play tit for tat and put a little post out herself. The problem is, her post must have hurt their feelings because they have gotten together like mean girls from high school and have decided that, we're ticked and we're not going to talk to her anymore. Forget that girl. She can't be a part of our crew. I mean, it was that kind of vibe. I found Marge to come off this episode as somebody who is extremely jealous and bitter. Marge was doing too much, and so was Jackie. Little lady, sit down and shut those lips. I mean, it was a lot going on. We did see Jennifer say that she was really happy that she was going to be going to Teresa's party. Her and Teresa and Louie and Bill have been hanging out quite a bit. However, she hopes that everybody keeps calm and quiet about this video because she knows it would upset Teresa.
So my sister calls me up and tells me that Louie's upset because what I said at Atlantic City.
What do you guys think about this weird video with Louie and
I never miss my brother-in-law so much.
I didn't want to talk about it, so I just said something funny.
Buddy, you being too sensitive. You being too sensitive. Okay, that's ridiculous. I don't think that I would have been pissed off by him saying that. Now, if he would have came back and said, yep, that dude is suspect. This is a little funny. I don't understand this. What's he hiding? Then I would have been ticked. But just saying that I miss my ex-brother-in-law, no, let that go. So he says that him and Melissa are not going to go to the party, but later on we see that they do go to the party. Teresa called them and apologized and let them know that she really did want them to come to the party, so they decided to go ahead and go. So we see everybody getting ready for the party. Teresa's got the pineapples going. I said, we did that all last season. We doing this pineapple thing again? Anyway, she's got everything set up. I said, you can't get some papaya, something? Girl, put some oranges out here. Anyway, the girls are all getting ready. Marge lets her husband Joe know that she's absolutely over Jen, and she wonders if any of the other girls are going to, bring up the video. Jen is back home with Bill, and she wonders if the girls are going to gang up on her because they haven't really been friends with her. Marge had a pride party and did not invite her, but the rest of the cast was invited. So, she's just a little bit upset and nervous about what's going to happen at this party. I don't know why she is nervous at all, because when the girls come for Jen, Jen gathers the girls every time. So I don't know why she's worried. Listen, Jackie is also at home with her husband, wondering if anybody's going to bring up this video. Dolores is at home talking to Frank on the phone.
I might need to let her know what happened in Atlantic City when Joe was asked what he thought about the video.
Dolores, it was a joke.
I know that.
Why, Teresa has a problem with Joe with that?
I don't know.
The thing about it is Teresa already knows. So I don't know if Dolores is trying to go for the bone collector this season or not. Between her and Marge, I don't know. Marge was doing way too much this episode, and I usually am team Marge, but Marge was coming off as a bitter Betty. Louie didn't sound as if he was happy at all to show up at that party. He wants to avoid these people like the plague.
Teresa, I want to let you know what happened in Atlantic City. What? When they were on stage, somebody said, "How do you feel about Louie?" to your brother. And he goes, "Oh, I'm missing Joe Giudice right now."
Aw, I like that. I'm just playing dumb, like, yeah, really? Nobody should even be getting into Louie's business.
Melissa was telling me they had a big family feud last night. Louie told Teresa he was upset what Joe said on the stage.
She f***ing told me. She's fine with it.
That's not what Melissa told me. I think Louie has to address the video.
Listen, that's part of his past, so he doesn't owe anybody an explanation about anything. I go by how me and Louie are present and future. I want everybody to do the right thing because this is my home. Give me the respect.
Absolutely.
Give him the respect. If not, it's not going to be good.
Look at Teresa. Look at Teresa. She is adulting that day. She has decided that she wants to avoid conflict, and she has decided that she, doesn't want to talk about this video. And I truly appreciate it. I appreciate it. Why start the drama? I don't want to talk about this video. This was a private video for his ex-girlfriend or ex-wife, whoever. And why is it you people's business? Mind your business. You are not in this relationship. One thing that I've noticed this season is it seems as if all the girls' storyline is Teresa. Marge is only talking about Teresa and Jen. Jackie is only talking about Teresa and Jen. Melissa is only talking about Teresa and Jen. This new Tracy, all she can talk about is Teresa and Jen. And all Dolores is talking about is Teresa. Where is their storylines?
But last time we were here, her face was on the pavement.
I really don't care if she face plants again.
She's totally different. She's unrecognizable.
Oh, the nose. Nose looks terrible. That looks terrible. I'm sorry. It's bad.
No, that's not nice. That's a little weird.
I don't care. Her nose looks bad. I would love a cup of water with ice.
Marge really irritated me because she kept saying Jennifer called her a snake and a liar. But you know what, Marge? Remember when you called that girl a concubine? And that she was just using her husband for his money. Like, you have said some horrible things to this girl as well. Marge making that comment about Jen being flat on her face the last time they were at the pool party. Well, I found out that Jen did not drink for the entire season 12. She said due to how she was last season, she clearly does not know her limits. So she stuck to water the entire season, or juice or something like that. In that whole she is unrecognizable, Marge, no ma'am, no ma'am. What you're not going to do is try to pull that. She still looks just like herself. We know you from season 1 to season now. Marge, you have had the most work out of all the girls. How dare you say something like that? And Jackie, really ma'am, you don't want people to get on you. Sit back and shut those lips. Ooh, Jackie is not one of my favorite housewives. Now, Marge, honey, listen, you know good and daggone well you don't care nothing about Teresa. You don't care about Teresa, and you haven't cared about her since you had Danielle give you the whiplash. I'm just saying, Marge, stay out this woman's business. What you don't want is to clash with Teresa. That's what you don't want, Marge. And at one point, Joe says that Marge should push Jen in the pool. Joe, are you in these women's business? Pipe down, fella. And I just want to talk about Joe and Melissa for a few minutes. They need a storyline. They really do. If anything should ever happen to Teresa and Teresa leaves this show, what is Joe and Melissa's storyline going to be? Because every season it's about a family feud, or it's about Melissa and Teresa's feud. Girl, you got to do something. Come up with something.
Listen, it was tit for tat. When I give it back to you, all of a sudden you're mad.
But you never know when to stop.
You know what? You're just jealous.
You're not being honest.
How do you know about my honesty?
Jennifer, we all know.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
No, she keeps saying I'm not being honest. You can't f***ing take it how honest I am.
He had an affair.
You're jealous.
Everybody knows, and that's why he left his old job. Her marriage isn't as perfect as she says it is. Bill had the affair with the office manager for 2 years.
She's not an office manager. She was a f***ing pharmaceutical rep, you f***ing idiot. If you get the facts straight.
This was a low blow. Marge did her best to try to expose this woman, to try to put this woman's affair out here, and Jen said no, because unlike Lisa Rinna, I really do own it. She wasn't an office manager. She was a pharmaceutical rep. And when she said that, I said, what? Talk about, no ma'am, you are not about to spray me with my own tea. You are not about to put my business out of the street and think that I don't have something to say about it. Personally, Marge, last season, we were all pissed off at Teresa for spreading that rumor around Jackie's party, and Marge was right there. You were wrong for that, Teresa. That wasn't right. But you didn't have any problems doing that to Jen in front of all those people, including her husband. That was crap. Jen told her, too. She said, if you're going to tell my business, honey, tell it right. It looks kind of embarrassing, though. You know, Marge is clearly jealous of Jen for whatever reason, you know, and Marge is coming off as vindictive and hateful. She's giving real bad energy. And all of this over the reunion, you're still pressed? I mean, she told you off months ago. Go on somewhere. Her and Melissa. Melissa was doing too much. She called my husband a crook. Girl, the blogs have been saying that your husband is allegedly a crook for years. Girl, stop it. Marge attempted to embarrass Teresa and Jen and failed miserably. Gone home, Marge. It's time to go home. I cannot wait until next week's episode. You guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.